How's it going, everybody? So, I figured I would kind of do a quick rundown of what do I bring with me on a typical day of 4x4ing. So this isn't overlanding or isn't camping. So this specific setup, what I have in here, is for going out for a day and then coming back to my house, but doing the whole day of just four-wheel drive off-roading. So Jeep Gladiator 2020 Rubicon model, not too many upgrades done to it except for the front winch bumper, which I've already done a video on it, and then the ARE cap, which I've done a video on it as well. But I have two kind of drawers that I specifically made, which my overlanding rig has a whole pop-out extension that actually gives me more foot room when I sleep. Has a whole hatch and everything. I'll put the video that I specifically did it all in the link or in the description box below. But what do I take commonly with me when I go out 4x4 and have fun, stuff like that, just for the day? So the get home bags are always with me, specifically mine and then my wife's. They can either frequent the back seats or back here. So normally what I also run is a battery powered air compressor, mainly for the air for the tires. When I air down, I can air them back up. It is a battery powered by, this is a DeWalt. I don't know the specific model, but I do have two of the Flex Volt batteries along with a specific charger in here to charge that specific unit as well, at least the battery. So once I run down on a battery, I have a 110 outlet up there that I just used a quick charger, and you're pretty well good to go. So I'm going to pull the drawers out. Well, actually, let's go over the wings first. So I carry a Husqvarna chainsaw back here with me as well, because there's once in a while that you will encounter, trees down over your specific location. Here's an ammo box filled with all like the fuel, the bar oil, and all kinds of different tools like that. I do have fuel in the back as well. So this is a 10 liter or 2.5 gallon. There's one on each side. So normally I cable them in too. There's some cables down there. So in case anybody wants to break my window, try to steal the gas, I mean, they can do it, but it's going to be very difficult. Same with if I'm going overnight, the get home bag will ride in a aluminum box with a lock and everything. Normally I'm close by or something like that I don't really have to worry about it, but in case, that's where sometimes it'll ride once in a while. And this is extra storage space too, if needed. So getting back to the specific boxes, I just did these myself. They're not that great. I'm not considered a carpenter by any means, but I just kind of built them because I needed it. So I just went out and built it. So let's just go full out with it. Well, almost fully out. I'll get the other one too. This one's a little bit heavier. About right there. So we'll go over to this one first. So this is a full trauma kit in here. This is in a C-line bag, 20 liter. This keeps out the water and everything like that. I keep the two batteries for, like I said, for the air compressor, which are these two. Also my air down pouch right there. This is just a small, simple battery in case I'm not going to run this. I do have an impact driver with me, which is really nice for getting on and off, like, tires and whatnot. Also the quick charge, which is nice. It hooks up to the 110 outlet in the back of the Jeep, which is really nice. It can charge those up. Here's kind of like my tool bag. At least I have a small saw in here as well, but all the rest is mainly just tools that I have kind of thrown in there. Specifically channel locks, the good channel locks, not the knockoff kind, but then there's also some, Cobalt tools and some good vice grips. Get the actual real branded vice grips. That's my recommendation. Get real channel locks, real vice grips. Everything else, you can do pretty good. Craftsman makes good stuff. Like, I'm not going to do too much review on that. Anyways, here's my Katoma Wolverine, kind of a small bivvy. This is a military issue tent that they gave us back when I went to Afghanistan. They upgraded since went to a newer model. They didn't want this anymore, so I snagged it, got the rain fly and everything. I'll probably try to roll in footage of specifically this, what it looks like. I have a Recon 2 or a Recon 5 Gen 2 bag in here, so this is good. Considering where I'm at, northern United States, it gets very, very cold, like below freezing. So I always keep this in as a backup, along with a Thermarest. This is one of their air mattresses, one of their older ones, same with the military aspect. And then one thing that I forgot, I got a full socket set and tool set under here. So this is kind of like my main repairs, and then in the back is kind of like a little bit of emergency based stuff and whatnot. So over here I have a wool blanket, and also underneath it I have my AR pistol. This is just a temporary location where I house it. If I go out away from my my area of operation, my normal area, my normal town, because I'm about 50-60 miles away right now, so that always rides with me just as a backup, because military, law enforcement, that's my mindset, you know, that's how I roll. So anyways, this is kind of the more odds and ends based stuff. So moving up mainly to the front aspect. So some of this stuff kind of goes along with the get home bag, bug out bag based stuff. There is food in here. I have, you know, a good assorted amount of Mountain House just in case we stay a little bit longer, or we do have to stay the night for some reason, or someone's hungry, someone needs food. I carry just assorted amount of ammo. Got 10 millimeter, 45, 9 millimeter. There's 5.56 in this case, ready to roll just in case. I have shotgun ammo because I normally carry 12 gauge in the back once in a while. So you guys are probably like, holy crap, you guys got a lot of weapons and whatnot. I just normally carry, you know, the AR pistol, but then I'll carry 12 gauge with me if I'm going overnight for bear. And then the 10 millimeter is always in my get home bag. So naturally, I'm going to have extra ammunition for it. So propane stove as well. I have some canisters in here. There's a very small stove, very easy to get to. I have bolt cutters and then a crowbar in here. This is a Bubba rope, really nice. It's like a synthetic line that isn't like jerky when you pull it out and like kind of jerks the whole vehicle really bad. It's kind of like an elastic band almost, and it'll like slowly dissipate that jerk over a long period of time, and it has helped me multiple times getting people out of really bad stuck situations. And also, you know, I got TP, you know, just in case I do some camping and whatnot, leave it in here. This is my recovery bag mainly, along with this specifically. Let me unzip this so I can show you what's actually inside. So in here, I carry gloves, carabiners, an old toe strap that I don't really mind like messing up or whatnot. And then also in the bottom, if I can get to it, there is a 30,000 pound snatch block down there, and that's mainly for the winch, so I can, you know, winch something out and then bring it back to me to double my pulling capacity or pulling power of the Jeep. So I have a 9,000 pound winch up there, so, you know, I can double that easily with that specific device. So here's, I don't know if you've ever seen these before, but these are pretty nice to have. They're just a hose with a marble in them. You can actually see them, and then there's a little spring in there. So you can use this to dip in to your fuel tanks or someone else's fuel tank. One is set up for fuel, one is set up for water. So you can shake them, and then it'll actually pull. It's kind of like a check valve is technically what it is. And it'll pull water, fuel, whatever type of liquid you need from one point to another. So I have one for clean and fresh water and one for fuel, like I specifically said. My hitch is back here as well, just in case. So just kind of leave it there. You never know when you go over people's houses. Hey, I need a pull trailer. Okay, got it. So baling wire, I guess it's technically considered. I always keep this stuff. I normally run chains in the wintertime. So my tire chains will go back here, and that's really nice to have just to, you know, tie up ends, or like sometimes the chain will loop off and you have a good portion that's kind of hanging off and it's kind of just smacking the fender or something like that. You can just kind of wire it up. Really handy to have. Also have one of these Beat It. It's like a battery booster in a way, or a jumper. It's just a battery that can use as a jumper cable, go to your engine, put your engine back to life for the battery. And then I also carry some winter boots. Now, it's not winter now, but these are the Rockies. They're really nice. I think I said assorted batteries as well. And then my fuel spout is back here, some road flares, a pop flare too, one you can shoot up in the air. So this is normally some of the stuff that rides with me. Some of the stuff is a little bit more than what I carry often. There's stuff up in the front too, especially on top, and there's some recovery items and whatnot. I normally carry some chairs with me if we're gonna go out like this. Like I have the wife and the baby, they're just hanging out back there, I think feeding at the moment. But I did a DUI, jeez. I did a DIY this setup right here, which is like it kind of extends out, and I just made my own awning. You know, nothing big deal. I think I got $50 invested in the whole thing. I just made it myself. I wasn't going to spend, $1,000 on the bat wing, which is one of them, which is really cool. Would love to have, just not at the moment. I'm willing to put, $1,000 towards something like that. But this, there's some other odds and ends that I kind of glossed over or didn't talk about. But mainly, this is pretty much what I run on, just a day outing. So normally all this stuff I can assist other people or me in case I get into a situation or something like this. By the way, if you want to see the full rundown of the AR, I'll post that in the description below. I have a full video on everything that's on it, talking about the night vision aspect of it, the suppressor up here, I got a full video on it, all that kind of fun stuff, and the variety of different weapons and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I do have a video kind of on the boxes on why I built them, how I built them, nothing too professional or anything like that. But I just wanted to share you guys, this is typically what I take in the Jeep Gladiator for, running around, having fun, 4x4ing with other friends. So, sorry about the weird cut, just kind of maxed out my SD card. So, like I said, pretty much exiting the video, this is not an overland rig, but this is just a daily type of thing. So if you guys like this kind of stuff, definitely hit that like, hit the subscribe. If you guys carry different things or think I should carry other things, definitely throw them in the comment section below. What do you roll with and other stuff like that? I'd love to hear from you, and I hope you all have a great day.